Hey, I'm going to tell everybody that they're thinking a lot of different stuff about what happened yesterday morning. There was a gas line explosion in apartment number 3 that was due to a faulty gas line that ruptured, and you guys have to understand that all this smearing and slanders and stuff like that that's going on online, it needs to stop, because all of us lost our homes and we're struggling to find new places to stay. And Ryan and his friends are in the hospital, and it's a possibility that one of them might have died. And I want to set the fact straight that there are no drug addicts over there that do anything like crack or meth or ice or whatever. It's no drug house. Our landlord had already thrown out people that were doing things like that, but nothing like meth. Okay. There was no stove in number 3. So natural gas has a really strong smell. Some gases don't have a smell. I was asleep at the time this happened. Being that I'm hearing impaired, normally people like us, deaf and hard of hearing, have a high sense of feel, and I didn't feel the explosion, and I didn't hear it. I had to have 2 firefighters whip my door down off of my apartment, come in and wake me up. And they woke me up around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, dragged me out of the apartment in the freezing cold, and I didn't know what was going on until I saw the fire start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was hoping and hoping and hoping that it wasn't going to spread. And my next concern was my animals, and I was begging and screaming at the firefighters to get my cats out. And I was worried about my neighbors, worried about Ryan. I thought he was in the fire, and I thought he was in the back of the ambulance. He had burned all up and down his arm. They were completely red, and his skin was peeling off. And he was in bad shape. He was alive. He was moving around, but his arms were pretty bad. I don't know about his friends, but I saw Ryan. I lived 2 doors over to him. I'm the very first apartment. I'm in number 1. Ryan was in number 3. There was a lady that was living in number 2. She lost her home too. Albert, who lived in number 4, had already moved out, so he didn't suffer from it. He already had a new place. There was nobody living in number 5, and George from number 6, Anita from number 7, and some people from number 8. We all got out. Everybody was okay. All of our animals are alright. But we're just hoping that Ryan and his friends will be okay. And I want people to understand, yes, it was a dump, but we lived there. It was our home. It's what we could afford to put a roof over our head. We don't make a lot of money like everybody else, but just because it looked like a dump doesn't mean it's drug addicts there. Everybody that knows me knows I don't do drugs, okay? And there are, don't get me wrong, there's some that like to smoke pot, but that's their choice. They might use it for medical use or whatever. I don't care. If I don't smoke pot, it's not the point. We lost our home, alright? All these people all over the internet saying that, there had been fires in the past. No. I have lived there for literally 8 years, and we have never ever had an apartment fire there, ever. The time when fire trucks had come was probably because when someone was hurt, or because someone made a complaint about the bonfire. That's it. but we had never ever had an apartment fire before. Otherwise, we would be in this situation we are in now back then. So, I want everybody that are going around slandering us, saying all kinds of bullshit about us, to stop, leave us alone, and let us try to get back on the right track. If you want to help, we appreciate the help. Do what you can, we'll take it. Help us with finding a new place to live, food, clothes, whatever. We're accepting anything. Thank you.